Happy Independence Day. Welcome to the X-Teen Featurette channel. I'm Chris, and took a couple weeks off in June. Had some tragic news about a friend of the channel. You may have seen my videos with her in the past, but my good friend Maddie, Madeline Deering, she was a filmmaker, shot on video. She had a passion for shot on video horror. Came as a very big surprise. Very sorry to hear that news. So just been coming to terms with that. You know, I don't have many friends, but she was one of the good ones. And I must say, a lot of people have, said some really kind things about her since the news broke, but I've never heard anybody say anything negative about her. And I was just reflecting on that. She was just a very genuinely good person. So very sorry to hear that. So I'll put a link to my interview with her that I did for Spirit Animal. She did Spirit Animal. She did a short that was featured in an anthology, and she did her most recent movie, Bathtub Shark Attack. And she had a script for her next feature film, which was going to be titled Alan, I believe. And she was very excited about that, and it just really sucks. So that was going on. But like I said in my last video, I've been watching fellow Ohioan, Full Moon Matinee. I don't know the guy. I keep talking about his channel like I know him. I don't know him. I don't think I've ever commented on one of his videos. But I looked at my Letterboxd, and every single movie I watched in June, I believe, was a feature on his channel. So big shout out to him for bringing us film noir in a very fun style. But I wanted to talk about two movies that I saw on his channel. It was a 1941 flick titled I Wake Up Screaming, starring Betty Grable and Carol Landis. It was actually remade in 1953 with Gene Crane and Gene Peters, and that was a movie called Vicki, and the main character is called Vicki. So I actually watched them out of sequence. I watched the remake first, and then I went back in his log and watched I Wake Up Screaming. So I actually preferred the remake a lot more. A lot of people say that I Wake Up Screaming is a quintessential noir. I believe it was Betty Grable's only noir that she did. Basically, it's the story of Vicki, who's working at a diner. She is a waitress, and she's in New York. She isn't from New York. She's from a small town. In Vicki, she's from a small town in PA, but in I Wake Up Screaming, she's from somewhere else. She's not a New York local, but she moves there to be with her sister. She catches the attention of some guys in the movie industry, or I guess like publicity. I don't even understand what these people were, but basically this guy fancies her and makes her a big star, and she's on all these ads. She ends up getting an audition and getting a contract with a film studio in Hollywood. So she made it big, and it's all because this group of three guys that came into her diner, they set her up and told her, they got her in front of all the right people. One of the guys worked for a newspaper as, what's it called, like an entertainment columnist. So she basically caught the attention of all the right people, and she made a big break. And before she can leave for Hollywood, she is tragically murdered. And it is a big whodunit, basically. It is them trying to figure out, it seems like the guy that discovered her and gave her big break is sore that she's basically leaving him high and dry. So she has all these obligations in New York with this guy. He's basically her manager, and she auditions behind his back, basically, and is going to leave. But the night before she's able to leave, she's found bludgeoned, I guess, in her room, and she died. So I will not spoil it. So what I found really interesting about it was that it was so incredibly similar. It was only remade 12 years later, so it's like, why is it? Why are they doing that? I don't know. I need to look it up. What is the reason that they're remaking it 12 years later? And the dialogue was 100% the same. Not 100%. It was probably like 95% the same. And I feel like unless you watch it back to back, a lot of that would probably be lost, but it's very much the same movie. So I really preferred the set. I preferred the little nuances in the remake a lot better. I don't even understand really how they achieved it, but the characters just seemed very one-dimensional in I Wake Up Screaming. In Vicki, they felt like real people. You know, they were very colorful. They felt genuine. They were saying all the same words, but they just felt so much more real. And then I wondered, if it was 12 years later, are some of this slang and like some of the little catchphrases and certain things that they're saying, is this out of date? Like, is it outdated in 1953 or whatever I said? Because it was 12 years later? I don't know. I mean, I guess things didn't move as fast as they do now back then because everything moves faster, trends move faster, so maybe it wasn't as pronounced as something that would be 12 years old today. But I wondered that as well. Like I said, I suggested it's really interesting to see a remake. I've seen, you know, old movies remade, like 30s movies remade and stuff by, like Bluebeard I did was one. But, I mean, that was really more of a retelling of a classic story. But this was just so, like, word for word, a remake. It was just very bizarre. So that was it. I just wanted to make a quick video, real quick update, and let you know what's going on. And, you know, you can watch these movies if you so choose. There should be a new one tonight coming out on his channel, so that's pretty cool. I guess I'll be watching more of that stuff. But I did manage to, and it might still be for sale, I don't know, but I snagged a full moon mystery box. What? So we'll see what that's like. The label printed today, you know, so I didn't get confirmation that it shipped out yet, but there's still time to receive it Labor Day, which was my first guess. And I also ordered some stuff from the Kino sale, so there is going to be some updates. And I watched some stuff too, so we'll see what's going on. Let me know what yins are up to, and have a safe Independence Day. I will see you next time.